The 26-year-old former third-round pick has landed with Tampa Bay. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reporting that Wilcox has agreed to terms on a 2-year deal worth up to $8.5 million. Wilcox spent all 4 of his seasons with the Cowboys, but only started 4 games last year in Dallas.
I'm back with 3-time Super Bowl winning GM Charley Casserly, and he mentioned Tony Romo, so let's start with him. I mean, Tony can put his jersey on the star as much as he wants, sing all the Dylan songs he wants. Fact is, the Cowboys still own him, so what do they do with him?
Well, they're going to have to release him, okay? Because first of all, he's scheduled to make $14 million this year, $19 next year, and $20 the year after. They're not going to pay him $14 million in salary. Now, he controls the negotiation because any team that's going to take him, they're going to want to reduce that money and get some kind of protection in the contract. So he controls where he goes. Dallas can say they're not going to let him go. They're going to trade him. Guess what? When you get to April, Amber, you got to put the player in the weight room. You got to put him out there running. You're not going to take a risk on this guy getting injured on your facility at that point in time. I've been there. That's the drop-dead date. He's out of there by April.
Okay.
I like Houston for him.
Okay. I think he might like Houston, too.
Okay.
Jay Cutler is a name that we have out there. Didn't see much of him last year because of injury. When he was out there, more interceptions than touchdowns. What do you make of him?
Well, I tell you what, first of all, I think he can start in this league. I think he's better than a number of starting quarterbacks in the league. You go back to 2015, Adam Gase. We had a quick passing game. The ball comes out quick. Right now, stats, 64% completion percentage, 92 quarterback rating, 21 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Give him a quick passing game with a running game. This guy can play. Now, we know maybe handling adversity hasn't been one of his strongest points, but he did show success in that system. That gives me hope. Right now, I'm not sure there's a job for him, but at some point there will be a job for this guy. 2
10-5 seasons, 2 appearances in the playoffs, so there has been some success, but not to the full extent. How about Jimmy Grappolo? Big name right now.
Yeah, here's what you go through as a general manager when you're trying to make a decision whether to trade him or not. First of all, what's the worst scenario if we keep him? Well, if we keep him at the end of next year and let him go, we get a 3rd-round pick 2 years from that in a compensatory pick. Let's say we franchise him with the idea of trading him, and we can't trade him. Well, it's going to cost us $20 million to keep him for another year. That, to me, is our worst scenarios if we keep him. Now, if we let him go, what's our worst scenario? It's Armageddon. Brady gets hurt, and Bissett can't play. Bissett hasn't shown me he can play. He won a game by guile and running, etc. And then when he had to throw the ball against Buffalo, it was a disaster. So we know we got a guy here that can win games for us. So if Brady goes down, hey, the ship keeps going, we keep winning. And maybe he's our franchise guy going after that. But Brady's 40 years old now. He's going to hit a wall at some point.
Yeah, but $20 million franchising a guy that could end up being a backup if Brady keeps playing, that would be a tough scenario as well. All right, thanks a lot, Charlie.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Let's go back to you, Scott.